In the previous video, I showed you how to download and save a copy of your own budget, and I also showed you how to set up step number 1, the budget start date. In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up step number 2, your cash and bank accounts. So to do this, what you're going to need to do is create a list of all of your bank accounts that you currently own. That includes electronic bank accounts, brick and mortar bank accounts, and also any cash that you also have. As I type in the names here, you'll get to understand what I mean by different types of bank accounts. So I'm just going to type in some different names of some different bank accounts that I currently own. Let's see, Bank of America checking, and then Bank of America savings. I also happen to use some electronic payment things like Venmo and Cash App and PayPal. And then I also want to enter one for actual cash money dollars. So I'll just put cash dollars here. So these are just some ones that I made up on the fly as I was typing. And you're going to go to each one of these accounts, and then you're going to type in the actual balance that exists in each one of these accounts. So you'll need to either look at your account online or on your phone. And remember, this has to be the same exact date that you typed into here that you type in the balance here as well. So these are just made up numbers, but you're going to type in numbers, and it's automatically going to convert it to a dollar amount once you just start typing in numbers. So I'm just going to continue to type in some things here. Let's just say I have $250 there, $25 there, $0 in my PayPal, and I've got, I don't know, $72 cash. So you're typing in the name of your account on the left-hand side, the amount of money you actually have available in that account on the date that you typed into step number 1 here, and then you'll notice the total available in cash and bank accounts will automatically update itself in this cell here. You're not going to edit this number here yourself because it's automatically calculating the numbers from here. So if it's just one person using this budget, this is basically what you need to do. Just name all of your accounts something that you yourself are going to remember, and type in the amounts that exist in these accounts as of the date that you put over here. And that's really all you have to do for step number 2. Now, if 2 people are using this budget, I'd suggest you continue watching. If it's just one person and you get this, you can go ahead and stop this video and go to step number 3. Now, if there are 2 people using this budget and you have shared accounts or separate accounts, or some shared and some separate, this is how I would suggest that you type in the account names for your different accounts here. So I'm just going to go ahead and erase all of this and start over to show you what I would suggest that you do. You'll see that this is also how it's set up on the sample sheet. So for me, like it is on the sample sheet, I'm just going to say my name is Juliet. I would type the name of the person who owns the account first, then do a dash, and then type in the name of the actual account. So Juliet, Bank of America checking. And then Juliet, Bank of America savings. And then let's just happen to say that you and the other person using this budget actually have a shared account at Bank of America. In that case, I'm going to type in shared and then Bank of America checking. What you actually name the account truly doesn't matter as long as it's something that you yourself are going to recognize. If it's going to be easier for you to type in maybe like the last 4 digits of the account number so you can recognize which one is which, you can do that. If you don't want to type in the last 4 digits, that's fine. I don't myself. But what matters is you're going to recognize the name of the account. And then for the other person, obviously you're just going to type in the name of the person who owns that account, and then a description that makes sense to the person who owns that account, like this. The same goes for any sort of electronic accounts that you might have, such as Venmo, if you both use Venmo. and so on and so on. And same for PayPal or Cash App or whatever else. Same thing goes for cash. If you happen to keep your cash separately, I would type in Juliet cash dollars and then also Romeo cash dollars. You'll notice here also that it does not matter at all if you put Juliet's first or shared first or Romeo's first. Just type in all the account names. The order in which you type them in doesn't matter. The reason I suggest putting the name of the person who owns the account first is because it's going to make it much easier to find all of your transactions later on when we move on to the transaction sheet. So instead of typing in, say, Bank of America checking Juliet, it's going to be much, much better for you to not do that and instead put the name of the person at the very beginning of the account name, because again, that's going to make it easier to sort. Same as we did before, you're just going to type the amount that you have in each one of these accounts here. Obviously, I'm just making up these numbers as I go, and I'll stop there because you understand you have to type in the amount for every single account that you currently have. Also, if you happen to have $0 in any account, but you plan on using it at some point, you do also need to add that account here as well. So that's how to do step number 2. You type in all of the amounts as they exist as of the date that you start this budget. And then once you've filled in every single one of these cells here, you're going to move on to the next part. And that's it for step number 2, cash and bank accounts.